Dear friend, welcome to the lecture series in microprocessors and microcontrollers. In this video lecture, we are going to learn about the register organization of Cortex M3 microprocessor. Coming to the registers, here we can see the registers from R0 to R15. The registers from R0 to R7 are called as the low registers, and the registers from R8 to R12 are called as the high registers. Now the registers from R0 to R12 are called as the general purpose registers. R13 is called as the main stack pointer, and also it will be considered as the process stack pointer. R14 is the link register, and R15 is the program counter. Along with these registers, we will be also having the special registers. So the Cortex M3 processor has registers R0 through R15 as shown in the figure. R13 is the stack pointer, is banked with only one copy of the R13, which is visible at a time. Coming to the registers from R0 to R12, we are calling them as general purpose registers. So these are the 32-bit general purpose registers for data operations. Some 16-bit thumb instructions can only access a subset of these registers, and they are the low registers from R0 to R7. Registers from R8 to R12 are accessible by all 32-bit instructions that specify a general purpose registers. Registers from R8 to R12 are not accessible by all 16-bit instructions. Coming to R13, which is also known as the stack pointer registers. The Cortex M3 contains two stack pointers of R13. They are banked so that only one is visible at a time. The two stack pointers are as follows. Main stack pointer MSP, the default stack pointer used by the operating system, kernel, and exception handlers. Process stack pointer PSP in short, used by user application code. The lowest 2 bits of the stack pointers are always 0, which means they are always word aligned. R14, the link register. When a subroutine is called, the return address is stored in the link register. The link register, in short LR, is also used for exception return. R15, the program counter register. The program counter is the current program address. This register can be written to control the program flow. Coming to the special registers, the Cortex M3 processor also has a number of special registers. We can see in the next figure. They are as follows. Program status registers, PSRs, interrupt mask registers such as prime mask, fault mask, and base prime, control register. These registers have special functions and can be accessed only by special instructions. They cannot be used for normal data processing. Here we have the picture of the special function registers. The PSR is the program status register. Prime mask, fault mask, and base prime are the interrupt mask registers, and the last one is control register. All these are called as the special function registers in Cortex M3 microprocessor. Let us see the function of each special function register here. Coming to the PSR, program status register, provide the arithmetic and logic processing flags such as 0 flag, carry flag, execution status, and current executing interrupt number. Prime mask is the interrupt mask register. It disables all interrupts except the non-maskable interrupt NMI and hard fault when it is set to 1. Fault mask register disables all interrupts except the NMI. And here the prime mask is 1-bit register and the fault mask is also the 1-bit register. Base prime is the interrupt register to disable all interrupts of specific priority level or lower priority level. Control register define the privileged status and stack pointer selection. Coming to the bit pattern of the program status register, PSR. So here it is the 32-bit PSR register indicated with various bit patterns. So from the bit 0 to 9, they are used for the exception numbers. From 10 to 15, ICI/IT. 24 is T. 25, 26 is ICI/IT. 27 is Q. 28th is V. 29th is C. 30th is Z. 31 is for N. So here we will be looking at each individual bit pattern. So we have the bit 31, that is N. It is for negative flag or less than flag. And we have another one, C, carrier borrow flag, and it is bit number 29. And zero flag, that is Z, it is the bit number 30th. And overflow flag indicated with V, and it is bit number 28. Coming to the negative flag or less than flag, if N equal to 1, the result is negative or less than. And if N equals to 0, the result is positive or greater than. Coming to the zero flag, if Z equal to 1, the result is 0. And Z is equal to 0, it indicates the non-zero result. Coming to carry flag, if the C equal to 1, it indicates the carry generation. And if C equal to 0, there is no carry or borrow generated. Coming to the overflow flag, V equal to 1, overflow occurs. And V equal to 0, there is no overflow. Q is the flag related to the sticky saturation flag. ICI/IT stands for interrupt continuable instruction bit or if then instruction status bit. T stands for thumb state and it is always 1. Trying to clear this bit causes fault exception. Exception number indicates which exception the processor is handling. Hope you understood the register organization of the Cortex M3 microprocessor. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe my channel for more technical content. Thanks for watching.